Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. My name is Jing Wang, and they're my teammates Anna Clavano, Marina Huashi, and Ling Jiang. We built a game, Hotspot Fire Rescue, which is a multiplayer board game based off the board game Flashpoint Fire Rescue. It is a collaborative board game that all the players are on the same team and win or lose the game together. To win, players must rescue 7 victims trapped inside a burning building before the fire gets out of control or the building collapses. We decided to build this game because we all enjoyed playing it, and it was a good challenge for us to implement all the game logic. An online version would also make setting up the game faster and easier. Now, Anna will go through our website and start the game.
Thank you, Jing. And now here we see a user log in using Google OAuth, and she will already know how to play the game. So she goes straight to the lobby, but if she doesn't know how to play the game rules are also available on site. We can add a lobby, but we're just gonna go straight to lobby 1 for this demo. Now we can add a new player, and she chooses the Fire Marina avatar, and other players can also join in before the game starts. You also have the option of adding more than 1 player per user if you want to learn how to play the game on your own. Now, on the next page, we have 4 main sections. The avatar list with the AP or action points that you can use to perform various tasks, the chat box, and the board that represents the burning house, and the scoreboard on the bottom right. And now, Marina will tell us how the game plays.
Thank you, Anna. So here we see the player moving around the grid with highlighted cells indicating possible next moves and extinguishing a fire, as firefighters do. If the player wants to communicate with teammates about potential strategies to take or what's happening in the game, there's a chat box available on the right. Here you see the same player moving towards the victim, indicated by the question mark. If a player is able to carry a victim outside of the building walls, that victim will be rescued, and the rescued victim counter on the lower right will be incremented. Now the player is going to end her turn and send a final message about her successful rescue. So our app was built using Redux for state management and React for modular components. For the backend, we used Node as well as Firebase for their real-time NoSQL database and authentication. We chose to use Firebase because Hotspot is a real-time multiplayer game, and players will need to immediately see the results of other players' actions. To go into more detail, whenever a player dispatches an action to their local Redux store, that action is also sent to the shared Firebase database. Firebase will then send the updated game state to everyone, so all the game states will be in sync with the latest state of the board. Now Lynn will describe the Redux stores in more detail and about challenges we faced.
Thank you, Marina. During our development process, one of our biggest challenge was keeping track of all the state changes on the game board. One single action affects not only the board state, but also possibly the players, the walls, and doors as well. So we decided to use Redux, which is very helpful for modularizing our code and also separating the logic among different components. One example of actions that might affect multiple states is when explosion happens. If there's doors and walls near the explosion site, we might need to update their state to be destroyed or to be damaged. Also, we need to keep track of the total damage count to decide if the building will collapse, causing the player to lose the game. Finally, we need to update the board state because sometimes the fire may spread due to the explosion. So during this project, we really enjoyed working together as a team. Also, we have learned a lot from each other. If you are interested in our game, please check out our website shown here. Thank you for watching.